Hello. This is editor Corgi. Let's just break down what happened. So, you guys voted on the Vatican City, which puts us in the Mediterranean again.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And the Vatican City is also the hardest nation in the game. What makes it very difficult as you start out with the worst GDP, the worst military power, and you are completely landlocked by Italy. In this game, you cannot attack a nation unless you have a sea border with it. Vatican City cannot escape without Italy falling. Now, the strategy we developed based off Sprout's geography and was to first take our budget and bring it all the way down. We don't need anything here. We applied that. Then we would take our research, and instead of going into military research, we actually went down to social spending. And what we did was we eased the negative spread effects of all your diplomatic interactions by up to 30%. The reason we did this was to avoid other European countries going to war with us. After we did this, we switched our ideology to democracy so that we would have Liberator up at 100% and military service at 100%. So with the idea being that we would face less rebels or no rebels going into Italy. And last but not least, we invested one full unit in commandos and then put the rest into gunners. Now, the reason we did gunners is because they're great offensive units, so they're quick at taking land, which is exactly what we need, and they're also very cheap. From here, the idea would be that we would declare war on Italy, unpause the game for 1 day, and then quickly move our units up and down the coast, quickly spreading them out so that we would have a swift victory and hopefully make Italy capitulate before any of its allies could arrive. From here, if we were successful in that venture, we would send all of our troops home and hope the repercussions weren't that bad and try that strategy again. If that worked, we would have a start. If it didn't, we would have to restart. But that was easier said than done. Defeat. Oh, we went bankrupt. I didn't know there was a thing that could happen. Let's try it again. Hello, I'm new. Well, this is probably not the stream to be new on. Germany, Big Papa Germany. Germany, where are you going? But on attempt 45, it finally happened. And we were able to defeat Italy. We were even able to gain their bits of Syria that they won. So we are in this a bit. Now, we're not quite, running loose with it quite yet. We're the 14th best GDP, 20th best military power. So our priority needs to be building up our military. We have to get out some way. Now, fortunately for us, having Syria, that gives us access to Iraq and Jordan, who could both be pathways out, which would be nice. I would love to attack Morocco, but for right now, we just got to be sitting back and building up our military. We want to try to get to like 10K tanks. We'll see if that's possible. But first, let's normalize our budget and let's use the United States as a good guideline. So let's take exactly what they're doing. Oh, wrong menu. Let's take exactly what they're doing and just modify it. So increase social spending. I agree with that. 27.6. 20 point. That's good enough. Research 10%. It's pretty high, but we'll do it. Military spending down to 6. And liquidity down to 4. So we'll go ahead and hit apply on that, and then we'll just kind of normalize our economy a little bit. Right now, we're making 3.9. That will come down significantly once we start actually investing in the rest of everything that we have. But taking out Italy was great. We even got Malta. So we don't have to worry about them coming back, which is exactly what we want. Once we get a military, we can also go out through Algeria, which I don't believe has any troops. No, they do not. That's interesting. You know what? We have a substantial amount of troops. So why don't we go fight Algeria just for a way out? We have enough money to peace out with anybody that comes our way, and hopefully others won't mind. But if anybody declares war on us, we're obviously going to buy them off. Who are you? That's Libya. Let's go ahead and buy you off. It's 1.6. That's not very expensive. Let's go ahead and start splitting our army and pushing our way out. I do see that Lebanon's also on their way over. Peace out with you. Yeah, we really can't afford to lose any troops at this point. We fought so hard and for so long. Egypt, I saw you coming over. Bye. That it would be a shame to lose our troops to, a country that really doesn't matter other than it's a nice, it could be a way out. I don't know. It's not, what is this? That's Mexico. Well, we could fight Mexico. That's fine. So we'll just continue this until somebody tells us we can't. Okay, there is Algeria done. Mexico doesn't have any troops. Are you getting attacked? Russia's gone over to attack you. So this is actually a great way out. We can fight Mexico and then push our way out through here. So let's go ahead and spend some points. I'm not going to go ahead and get the military research. Let's go ahead and start spending some points in combat training. Strengthen our troops. We'll push out through Mexico and then we'll go over to Mexico. And we can afford an alliance treaty with the United States. So let's go ahead and get that one done. Just so they don't mind us walking through their territory. Let's bring all of our troops over. And we're currently making a natural 1,000, which is fantastic. I'm so happy we got Italy done. In case you're wondering, that was attempt 46. So, I don't recommend Italy to anybody. Oh my gosh. Very luck dependent. Not my favorite. Where's Mexico City? Right there. Okay, let's head on over to Mexico City. Ooh, Spain is over here and hates us. But we can buy them off for cheap. Obviously, don't want to offend them. We do need to get Mexico City, so don't freaking lose it. There we go. Okay, good. All right, so that's the end of Mexico. Brazil did get a good chunk of it, which honestly I didn't mind because we are, again, pretty weak on troops. So let's go ahead, send everybody home for the time being, and I think that's the last swing we're going to have. We're making a natural 1.7. That's very good. So I think we just kind of wait for the inevitable fall of Russia. What do we need in terms of troops? Everything. So we'll start saving up, and every time we get 1 million, we'll start investing. But we're going to be late to the game in terms of troops and how expensive they are to inflation because we did have to wait so long for Italy to start falling. But we'll hopefully be able to recover, but it's not going to be pretty. We'll see what we can do at the end of the day, though. Ooh, interesting developments. China's fighting down Egypt. Can we get over here and potentially help fight down Egypt? I would love to take a sea route if we could. Guitars over here. Let's just buy them off. No need to fight anybody else. Okay, so a little bit late to the party on that. We didn't really grab too much of the economic zones. China really got a lot, which is unfortunate. But we can be first to the party in fighting down Saudi Arabia, who is currently losing the last little bit of their troops to China. So we could just sit here and wait for them to lose them all. And then we can jump on in here. Yeah, just keep going. Don't mind us. And we have already finished up reactive arm in the meantime. We're working our way down combat training. Yeah, just finish up the rest of your tanks. Good enough. Let's go ahead and attack China. Or excuse me, Saudi Arabia. Definitely not attacking China. And that should be the last of their tanks and militia in general. So we can kind of slingshot our way in, and remind me, where are the economic zones of Saudi Arabia? So let's go down here, fight that, and then just push our way over. And that is the end of Saudi Arabia, so let's send everybody home. Now I'm recruiting troops for a very special reason. Russia's out of troops. So currently, as it sits, we are the 9th best GDP, 10th best military power. Things are looking very good for us, but it could always be looking better. Let's get some more rockets and get ready to rumble against Russia as soon as we get home. As soon as those troops are ready, we're going to send everybody up north. Russia has 250,000 foot soldiers. We should be able to defeat that pretty handily. And as always, we make a beeline towards Moscow. Now, my military, I would really honestly love some more tanks. Inflation do be like... Oh, 3 million for 300, huh? That's where we're at? Cool. Well, let's go ahead and start pushing through Russia, see if anybody declared war on us. Nope. We are in the clear on that front. We've defeated their army, so we can go ahead and split and start pushing down towards Moscow, which is right there. All right, as we finish up Russia, we have secured we had secured alliances with India. What happened? India hates us now. Okay, well, we had secured alliance with India, but we have an alliance with China in addition. So, and Brazil's also our friend. We did spend a good chunk of money on tanks, so now we're up to almost 10k tanks, which is fantastic. We need to start catching up with the rockets. So when we fight somebody who can actually fight back, we're going to need to be able to do that. And we have 16K in the bank. Now we finished up combat training, which is great. So we're going to go start going down economy. And I'm going to just immediately start pumping money into self-sufficient economy to try and bump up. We're making 15 right now, which is great. But because we're so behind in the game, right now we're 5th best GDP, 8th best military power. And that's going to be a hard 8 to get climbed back from. United Kingdom, can we stop fighting? You think? Yeah, you're cool with that. What about an alliance treaty? Pretty expensive. Germany, we're friends with France. Pretty expensive. Spain? Pretty expensive. Okay, so that seems like it. A lot of people hate us, but hey, at least we're somewhere. We're a lot better off than we were before. Ukraine doesn't have troops. Hello. Let's get everybody over there. Ukraine, what is your diplomacy? Germany likes you. China likes you. Canada likes you. Well, we have 4 million in the bank. I think we risk this. All right, and that's the end of Ukraine. So currently, oh, good. I was about to say, wait a minute. We had more than that. We have 10K tanks, so we need to start working on rockets. I did go ahead and buy a little bit more. I'm going to be honest with you. So overall, things are going well. Turkey, can we be friends now? Nah, you don't want to be friends yet. You're not ready for that long-term commitment. I understand. So how can we build up from here? Well, let's take a look at what the United States has. 26K tanks, 19K tanks. So we just have to get a little bit lucky for the remainder of the run, which has been defined by luck. So we'll just keep investing in self-sufficient economy. And eventually I would love to get over to welfare state. But that's going to be pretty expensive. Digital economy is going to be something we want to do as well as smart taxation. So in fact, how much is smart taxation? Yeah, let's invest in smart taxation first. That seems like a good idea. So we'll just continue to keep saving, building, waiting for a little bit of an opportunity here. We need a lot more of everything at this point besides tanks. Tanks is at the point where I'm happy with it, but I would like about 5K rockets, and it's expensive, and I would like 1 million commandos. In fact, I'll prioritize commandos first, and about 500,000 rockets, and then we'll kind of see what we're looking like after that. And in the year 2153, we've acquired our desired kind of baseline military. Currently, we sit at 6th best GDP, but 2nd strongest military power now. India is very weak. China is pretty weak. Japan is pretty strong. United States is very strong. Brazil, strong. So we've kind of entered this state of Cold War, but we do have 10 points to put another docket into self-sufficient economy. We have 40 million in the bank. I would love to get up to another million in gunners, and then get up to about a million in gunners, and then 2 million in gunners, 1 million in 2 million in commandos, 1 million in gunners. There we go. Those are the words. So that's kind of what our goals are. We're just going to be quietly building up strength until somebody else makes a move. Now, India is probably the best target for us right now, but because they have such a high militia rate, I don't want to rush into that one. I would love somebody else to take out their army first, and then I would consider going into them, especially as they have a number of friends: Singapore, Serbia, Israel, and Japan. So for right now, we kind of stay put. Is New Zealand, though? You don't have a lot. Tell me about your diplomacy. You have a lot of friends, which is why you survived this long. So I'm going to go ahead and wait out that one because I don't really want to fight South Korea, and I want to fight Japan, and I don't really want to buy them off. So I think we just kind of hang out here for a little bit and continue to build up our troops. There was a nuclear bomb going off there. Holy cow. People are very advanced. We've also switched up our spending a little bit to increase our economic growth rate. We've shrinking down military, social spending, and R&D a little bit just to crank that number up. Hopefully, we'll be able to overtake Germany, and Japan's also a good economic person. Japan would be a great target. So would India, though. So we'll just continue to wait, keep building up our troops, and go from there. All right, this is the opportunity we've been waiting for. We have a pretty strong military, and India is getting invaded by China. So let's go ahead and hop over there. We're going to be reinforcing with as many tanks as we can get. What does 10K get us? 240. Pretty sick. So we'll get over here, though. I definitely think it's going to be worth it to fight India. If we can just move a little bit faster. There we go. Okay, where are the economic zones of India? Really everywhere. So not a bad place to attack. Let's go ahead and start this. We have 16 million in the bank to buy off anybody who declares war on us. And we're not going to have to fight really anybody besides the militias that are coming hot and heavy. So let's get this over here and just start working this down. All right, India's been defeated. We're making 144, and we have a decent amount of troops. Now you may be thinking, wow, he's getting another 4,000 tanks. I probably bought about like 8,000, and we just lost a lot. You know how that be sometimes. Now, taking a look at ourselves, we are the 2nd best GDP now, 2nd best in military power. We're looking very strong. We are still slightly less than the United States, but unfortunately, the world does not like us. If you take a look at our diplomacy, you could see most people are pretty not very excited about us. We still have some friends in Europe, which is good. I don't think we can buy an alliance with you. We could. You know what? Honestly, yes. Get that one done. United States really doesn't like us. 64 million. China really doesn't like us. Oop, don't declare war. 266 million. So our self-sufficient economy was a good gamble, as now we are able to start working down welfare state, which improves the effect of social spending, has on population growth by up to 35%. Very excited for that one. That'll hopefully bring down inflation, because as you can see right now, 50 million was that bias, 780 tanks. Cool. So we have a long way to go before we can start invading anybody else. It's really going to take somebody else to take the first step before we can really feel comfortable in doing that. Japan's got 50 million in firepower. China 65, United States 154, and Brazil 57. Now we outrank all those guys with 69, but it's not enough to be like a clean victory and then move on to the next. We'd have to take a long time recovering. So we have to just wait until somebody else gets really weak and we can jump on that. Hot opportunity, Canada's going down. Let's see if we can jump over there in time to be able to get a little bit of part of Canada. Love to be able to just get this and call it a day, especially as Brazil's left. Brazil was the one attacking. You could see the little bit of land they grabbed. They didn't grab any of the valuable land yet, though, so there's still a chance we can get over here. Now, Canada, who's your friends? You have a good amount. I think we can buy them off, and I'm not that worried about it. So let's go ahead and grab a little bit of Canada. Okay, the United States is actually willing to give us a peace treaty for 88 million. It is or an alliance. It is very expensive, but definitely one we're going to take. We don't have very many friends left, especially after attacking everyone's friend Canada. But we're now making 328, which is perfect. We're far and away in second place at this point. We've surpassed China economically. So we just need to find a way to get past the United States. You might be saying, hey, your economic growth is very low. It's not a big concern. Everyone's is low right now. It's probably just some global event going on right now that is tanking us. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. We're almost done with Canada. We have a pretty good army. We have about 20k tanks, 11,000 rockets. Love to get that up to about 15. And then we'll start refreshing our militias a little bit. So let's go ahead and invest 400 million into the last little bit of rockets that we wanted. And now we'll start investing back into commandos and everything. Canada's been defeated. Wonderful. Let's send everybody home and wait for our next opportunity. Ooh. Spain, you don't have an army. Let's see, Cyprus, Bulgaria, anybody? Poland? Slovenia? I think this is worth going into Spain for. We have a big army, 172 firepower. I think that's still second in the world. It's okay. Let's go ahead and start invading Spain. We'll save a little bit. We have 55 million to buy off people. We can also finish off welfare state, which is fantastic. So let's start moving into Spain. Let's make sure that we capture Madrid. That's the capital. That's what I'm looking for. Just go ahead and start pushing our way through. Brazil's fighting them in the south already, so their army's heading down there to fight them, which is great for us. We don't have to fight their natural army, and we get most of the benefits of attacking Spain. How many people declared war on us? Nobody. Great news. Great news. Spain still has some territory left over, but I saw that South Korea declared war on Japan and are very weak themselves. So I think we pounce on this opportunity and get over to Korea and grab what land they have over here. Now, they have a bunch of overseas holdings, but obviously Korea is going to be the most valuable. So as soon as we jump over there, we're going to be very rich people. Let's go ahead and get like another, I think, 1,000 tanks. Yep, let's get those involved. And as soon as everybody's ready and in position, we'll begin our war. Okay, they're still weak. Good. Let's go straight for Seoul and start working that down. Military's gone. How much of a toll did we take? Not that much, in all honesty. Let's go ahead and split and start working down the country a little bit fast enough. Now, some people have declared war on us. Hungary, United Kingdom, Bulgaria. Let's, in fact, start going down that list and start piecing out with everybody. Now, one thing I'm doing now is doing remittance. Remember how we improved our population growth with welfare state? Well, we're going to kind of counter it with remittance. It improves your economic growth by 15% and your positive diplomatic exchanges by 10%. It does reduce population growth. So when it gets up to 5, it's a worthwhile trade, at least for right now. We're going to come out slightly net positive because, you know, we just lose 5%. So we're growing 30% instead of 35, but we'll be able to grow our economy by 50%, which is going to be absolutely huge, especially in a race against the United States. Now, we are doing okay, but eventually it's going to have to come to blows with the United States as they're very close to victory all things considered. We're building up our military strength, but it's going to be nowhere near theirs. We're about probably half of their strength overall. We have 179. They have 277. So a little bit more than half, but it is going to be a hard battle to take them down. So we're going to have to kind of hope that they shoot themselves in the foot somewhere. Speaking of which, let's get another level and then a little bit more tanks out there and just continue to keep building in hopes that we can eventually field a military strong enough to fight the United States. Now, interesting enough, Indonesia has been invading us. Let's take our military, quash theirs, and then probably just go invade Indonesia as retributions. Now, Indonesia is friends with a number of people that we've already honestly been fighting. None of the big powers, though, so except for China. Well, we've been buying off China since the beginning of the game, so what's the matter now? Let's go ahead and start fighting down Indonesia. We got a G in the bank to buy off anybody that comes against us. Anybody did? Slovakia. Okay, don't care. Fight me. Thailand. I'll buy you off. Okay, that's Indonesia. How'd the United States fare? They have troops. I see them right there. I think it's weak enough for us to attack. Plenty weak. Let's get over here. Let's buy as many more tanks as we can get and get ready to go with war with the United States. We can finish up remittance, the last level of that. And United States, how strong are you? Yeah, we can definitely fight you. Let's go ahead and invade the United States. This might be enough for the victory if we get the full United States. What percentage are they at now? 70%? Yes. We can definitely win right here. Let's take down their military and then really start to just spam and go. Ooh, we are very close. 97%. Come on, get us there. 99? Let me just take off my glasses for this moment. This glorious moment. 46 attempts. And we did it. Oh my God. How many hours have I been doing this? Glasses back on. 5 hours. Nice. Oh, well, boys. Please leave a like. This was a lot. I'll play as the most upvoted country next. Nobody's allowed to suggest an expert level country or anything in the Mediterranean. I'm vetoing those. Oh, what a journey we've been on together. But as we do start to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, again, leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put videos every day. But boys, I will see you in the next one.